Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tali Latoy. Now, who wouldn't want to start their own business? Well, just about anyone, right? Well, sometimes that's easier said than done, but joining me now are two people who actually made it happen from the ground up. The COO and VP of Reuter Crypto Capital, Ander and Scott. Thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Hi, Tali. Thanks for having us.
Yep,
Yeah,
pleasure.
of course. Now, can you just tell me, you guys, a lot of people want to do it, but it's kind of hard, like I said. What made you guys want to take this route?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's incredible taking something from an idea all the way to, you know, a multi-million-dollar capital management company. It's not something to tread lightly and takes a lot of effort and due diligence. We were doing 16-hour days for quite some time. And
yeah, I think honestly one of the biggest things that really helped us launch our platform, our business, so to speak, was surrounding ourselves with the right people, right? So like one thing is being technically skilled in something that you're good at, another thing is understanding what you're not good at and finding compatible skill sets. For us on the internet, thankfully, it really helped us network, I would say.
That's a really big thing, but can you just tell, a lot of people may not know what your company does. Can you just explain it?
Sure, so Reuter Crypto Capital, we have a more conservative approach. Everyone hears crypto and they think it, you know, goes so volatile, up and down, and we identified a unique management approach that allows us to protect people's initial capital while providing yield to that initial capital, so people aren't, you know, losing all the money they just invested with us. And then on top of that, we take the initial yield that they make on that capital, and then we invest that into the market that has those dramatic ups and downs.
Interesting. Now, what would you guys coin your greatest success to? I'm sure it was it a lot of trial and error just to see, you said 16-hour days.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
I think, to add on the 16-hour days, I mean, it's been 7 or 8 months in the making, and again, 16-hour days, 7 days a week. I think the learning experience has been our greatest success so far. Like, we've learned a lot, and there's really in this industry, there's no blueprint. We can't really look at traditional finance and pick a hedge fund and kind of map our fund out after there. So I think building our own is really what I'm the most proud of, I would say.
Yeah.
So when did you guys begin your journey? Like, tell me when it started, the first step.
Yeah, I think we each have a different origin story, I guess, so to speak. As far as RCC, we found each other about 7 or 8 months ago. But I mean, we each have our own initial introduction to the finance industry.
Yeah, I was really big on Twitter. I just sort of worked my way around crypto Twitter and like found people with liked interests and stuff like that. And then before you knew it, I was getting DMs from people that I didn't exactly know in real life, but you know, you get comfortable and like sort of vet out who's right and who's wrong, and you're like, okay, you know, go off on a whim and, you know, see how it goes. And
yeah, something that's really interesting about this industry is that it is pretty community based, and so people like you mentioned, people you do not know in person, right? Even celebrities are within arm's distance, which we've been able to leverage, thankfully.
So at the end of the day, shoot or shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking my language, Talia.
Exactly, exactly. So there are a ton of people who would love to do like what you guys do. Do you guys have any pointers or tips for those who just, you know, of all ages, just really want to get, because you guys are fairly young. Do you have any tips for them who like actually want to do this?
I think getting started is just the hardest part, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Putting your foot in the door and really going for it is, and obviously that costs money sometimes in our industry, it does, but obviously this, I guess, advice applies to people of all industries. So I think really like making that leap and going for it.
Yeah, I think it's really at the eye of the beholder. If you get on Twitter and you are really into art, you can find so many artists out there that are passionate, they're skilled, they have different skill sets than you, and you could find a whole network and like create endless opportunities just through that niche group of people. For us, it was investments, but it isn't for everybody, and you know, to each their own.
It's a universal concept.
Yeah, the internet's extremely powerful. You can get out there and have a great time.
That's so true, you guys. So, you know, the biggest thing here is just shoot your shot, basically, professionally, and just get out there. So if someone is watching and they want to get in contact with you, how would they reach you guys?
On our website, there's an email drop page. You can locate us. We're also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been so nice talking to you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And you guys will be right back after this.